Yo, what's poppin', Crew Nation? You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It is your boy Jay.
This is Chris.
And today in the building, we have Mike Teezy. What's good,
yes,
fam?
Sir.
It was good.
Hey, man. Yo, you been killing the game lately, man.
This is the second time. A lot has happened since the first interview.
Hey, first of all, not everybody even get a second time on our
you
show.
Know what I'm saying?
Let's start there.
Yeah,
Listen,
there's only a select few. There's only a select few that get to come back here.
Exactly. And Mike Teezy is one of those select few. So it's been going crazy for you lately, man. Why don't we just start at the full circle moment that has just happened? Not too long ago, you were brought up on stage at Ty Tribbett's show, and you were singing one of your records, Joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it seems like that you guys been in talks, and you just got to open for him, man. Talk about that. What that feel like?
Yeah, so it's crazy because we started talking back in 2017. So Joy, I made it in 2016. I dropped it 2017, and I was just tagging random people. First person was KB. Second person was Ty Tribbett. And sure enough, he commented. He was like, "Yo, this is fire. We got to do a remix. Da da da. I love this record." And we was talking till like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like since that one moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from there on, it's just been love ever since. Like, you know, him showing love. Then I met his brother like the next year or something like that. I did a show in Texas at the Potter's house. My family and stuff is real close there. We'll talk about that later. But so Thad was over the youth department at the Potter's house. And I was like, "Yo, you look familiar. You look like you could be like Ty Tribbett's brother." He's like, "Yo, that's my bro." So from there, it was still like, you know, God just allowing different things to, you know, kind of fall in place. And just to have that experience, man, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Was this the biggest person that you've opened up for so far?
Yeah, for sure.
How was that, man? Were you nervous? Like you had some butterflies?
So at first, I was definitely nervous. So I was supposed to open for Kirk Franklin in my city, like, was it 5 years ago? Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
And that didn't happen for whatever reason. It started raining. They had separate stages, which I hate. I hate when people do that stuff. This is the coming up stage, like the indie stage. And then you got the hate that. I thought I was gonna be on
the
that
next up artist.
Right.
The Coca-Cola. This the Coca-Cola next up.
Right.
I hate that stage. I hated it, bro. So I thought I was gonna open up for him. Ended up like it rained on the stage that I was supposed to perform at. And I was like, "Yo, I be dancing and flipping and stuff. I can't perform on that stage. It's wet."
Man, you was supposed to do it for Lil Saint.
Right.
That's what you supposed to do.
With my tank top on.
Exactly. They had it set up right for you, Teezy. You missed an opportunity.
I was like, heck no, I ain't doing it. But they was trying to get me on the main stage. Didn't work out. But ended up opening for Jeremy. Is it Jeremy Camp?
Yeah.
It's like a Caucasian group. Like, yeah. So I opened up for him, which was still like a pretty big artist, but for it to be Ty Tribbett, it was just more so full circle because of that one moment from 2017. So that's been like 6 years ago.
Well, I think it's different too when you are able to do it. Like a lot of people get opportunities and they do it just for the money or whatever the case is. But when you're actually able to do it with somebody that you relate to in the sense of he gave us classics. You listen to gospel music. You don't speak about modern gospel music without talking about Ty Tribbett. Like there's literally people out there that put him up there with Fred Hammond and Kirk Franklin. And I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was a time where I didn't really appreciate Ty Tribbett like that just because of I was a Kirk Franklin baby.
I feel that.
Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what we grew up. And then we got Ty Tribbett that comes up on the scene. But one of the things that I really didn't appreciate is how good of a singer he actually is. That dude can really sing. He's not just writing the music and directing.
He's not Kirk Franklin.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, he's an actual real singer, a really good singer.
Right.
So I think that's the difference, and that's how he was able to climb and and stand out amongst those.
Right. So my point with that is, I mean, I get you said you open for Jeremy Camp, and they're big. I mean, you're right, but you didn't grow up listening to Jeremy Camp. Jeremy Camp wasn't played in your home. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy Camp ain't getting played at the barbecue.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So you opened up for somebody that you really watched and really enjoy and appreciate their music. So there's levels to that, man. That's different. No, so I mean, speaking of levels, so we got that happening, but just a little bit before that, B Simone, one of the top Instagram entertainers out there, Instagram comedians on Wild and Out, talked about your music.
Crazy.
Like, so they talk about your music. Like, how do you find this out? Who told you? How did that happen?
So it's crazy. One of my good friends from college, his wife is actually a part of their what's it called? Patreon. Yeah. And so she told me the day before, she was like, bro, I just want to encourage you. You know what I'm saying? People are hearing you, your music is getting out there, whatever. I said, what? Like, I didn't even know what to expect when she sent me the videos. I was like, B Simone, what's she talking about? So I played it, and I heard my music being played. I was like, wait, that's me, bro. Like, what's going on, bro? So I knew about it before they dropped it. Yeah, it was crazy. So when they finally dropped it, and everything just started going crazy, like for real. Because I was waiting on the video to drop so I could post about it. Because I was like, man, I already know it's coming.
Right.
Yeah. So it's about to be crazy.
You played one song when we got in the car the other day. The way he came in, he said the devil something.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me find it.
He came in that whole.
I can play how many seconds
that
of
on
it.
her face. I said, Megan, don't you
she
ever turn.
She literally did. I was like, ouch.
The way he came in on that beat, you would have thought it was the baby or little baby, or it was like the first line. But he said the devil something. It was so hard though.
Oh, it was this.
You know that thing. Hey, I had some beef with the devil, so I had to hop in the stool. If we start talking about Austin, I probably
he said I had some beef with the devil, so I had to hop in the stew.
But yeah,
man, I think, man. But then you even had her like kind of like shooting her shot.
What he look like? He single? All these Christian people be married. I'm like, Lord, is there any single Christian rappers? He not too bad. What's his name?
Mike Teezy, that's the guy that be doing all the remixes.
Hey, Mike Teezy.
Hey, Mike Teezy. What's he doing?
Teezy. You know, I want to first of all pray for you. Pray for your strength in the Lord.
There you go. There we go.
Hey,
let it be known.
Hey,
but my man. Hey, but look, you trying to get my man's in the doghouse? Start barking.
Not yet.
To the couch you go. No, I'm joking.
Not yet. But here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Now, his loyalty will never be discredited.
Absolutely.
You get a shout out of somebody shooting a shot from that high up. You know, it's easy just to be like, look, it's all about business. Let me go in the DM real quick. It's business. You know what I'm saying? And a lesser man would have.
But Teezy, here's the connection here. And he didn't think about this until I brought it up. B Simone has been notably outspoken on her crush of DaBaby. So to me, she's basically saying on that record you sounded like DaBaby. To me, that all made sense. You know what I'm saying? It reminded her of somebody else, and that's how
somebody that she used to know.
Yeah, exactly. So we can spin this, and we can tell the wife, hey, I just reminded her of somebody that she had a crush on, and
my wife was cracking up laughing about that choice. She was cool though. She was like, I know. That's
right.
Hey, let's go.
Let's get it.
Go. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
No, but that's huge, man. So you've had, her. We're talking about, Chili shouted you out as well. So I guess it's safe to say that whether they say that your remixes are corny or not, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
I mean,
like for real.
Yeah, I mean,
remixes too. Like when I do them, it's different. Like I might do the hook similar, but when I'm doing a verse or something, like when I'm rapping like Billie Eilish, those are my flows.
Me ain't got like Bluetooth, cause we pairing up. All that barking that you doing ain't scaring nothing. Don't make me throw my dog out there like it's Airbud. Cold world, get your ear muffs.
Right.
And I'm switching up cadences. I'm showing you this can be done this way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'll be doing. But so what you saying, bro?
Nah, I wanted. That's a perfect segue because I definitely wanted to get into that because I feel like, bro, that there was a certain era where Christian remixes were being called corny. Whether it being from our own side was calling it corny, and also people from the outside looking in saying that it was corny. And honestly, it may have been more people from the outside looking in saying that they accepted it. But So how do we get to this point where you start doing it, and now have you noticed everybody else is kind of following that and doing Christian remixes as well?
Facts.
I mean, do you feel like that there's certain people that's kind of trying to jump on the wave based off of what you started?
For sure. There's no question about it. Like, I mean, but the thing is too, I know that people are watching. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I realized too. So even if somebody doesn't give you like the credit or your kudos or your props or whatever, just know they still watching. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're trying to emulate what you're doing. Like they're trying to copy your video setup, going in front of a mic, putting the text on top, you point to it. Like they try to do all of the same
talk it, Teezy. Let them know. Let them know. Like, hey, this part they got. This part they got. This part, yeah. Let them know.
Yeah. So was it a part of you to be like, man, like everybody has historically, or a lot of people have historically called Christian remixes corny. So was there ever like a conversation with yourself where you was going to like, I need to approach it like this. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it differently than how they was doing it a few years ago, because, you know, ain't nobody about to be able to tell me that I'm corny or that I'm not crazy out here.
Yeah, like seriously. Yeah.
Go ahead. So
I was just gonna piggyback off.
Y'all talked about that too. Y'all talked about the Trackheads one time.
Right. Yeah. Are you familiar with Trackhead?
Yeah. Around the time that they were doing remixes is when I started doing remixes.
Ah, okay.
Because I wasn't popping.
Hey, you know, the only thing I hated about Trackhead is that when they would do remixes, they would be so good that it would make you want to hear the real version. like seriously, you'd be like, yo, you're like, man, that record, bro, like, wait a minute, who seen this? Wait, what? And it'd be something totally different, like super praise and super bass. Right. That's two totally different things.
Hey, T-Nick had Say I. He had, what did T-Nick have, bro?
Facts.
Did he have the
Now he didn't have it in Been Sex. That was
Ken Jones. But T-Nick had it on lock. He had the Usher joint.
Which one?
Climax.
No. There goes my baby. There goes my Jesus.
Yeah, there goes my Jesus.
Yeah, he had it. There goes my Jesus joint.
No.
Yeah. T-Nick was going crazy. But I think that the difference is when you're doing when you're remixing an R&B song, you still have to vocally deliver that. Yeah, and there takes some talent to vocally deliver that if you're trying to remix an R&B song. Right. But whenever we talk about rapping and doing a Christian remix when we're rapping, it could kind of get stale whenever you're doing, you know, the flow for flow, exact same flow, exact same cadence, tone of voice, and everything like that. Yeah. So was that ever a thought for you saying, no, you know, the hook may be the same, but in terms of, you know, the verses and the bars, like that's going to be different.
Right. So for me, it's like, I still just approached it like me. I wasn't even thinking like that, you know what I'm saying, that way. Like saying, oh, I'm going to try to do this like completely different. But in the middle of me creating, like I'll hear something different because I'm just a different person. So
right.
A different flow. So I'll switch it there, or I hear a different, you know, sound. I might start singing on that mug. Like if the person was rapping and I'm a singer, I can sing on that mug too. Like, I can rap on them. Like whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel creative enough to do it.
So I mean, hey man, we got to give you your flowers for real for sparking that within the space, because you were the one that came back around and started doing it again when everybody was saying that it was corny. You came back and you started killing it, and now we're seeing this rise again in CHH, and all of a sudden it's cool again, which is a little bit strange to me. All of a sudden Christian remixes are the thing to do now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they gotta put some respect on your name as it pertains to that.
But that had to be hard for you, right? You know, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Like for real. Like, was there ever a sense of like, yo, like I want to let them know that this was me. Like, why is it cool now? Like, I have something to say. Like, how hard was it to kind of refrain and just stay the course of doing you?
I literally had to just take a step back. I talked to a couple of my homies, and I was just trying to figure out like what it is exactly. Like people, they say they rock with me, like they might follow me, but it's different for me. Like I feel like rocking with somebody mean like you gonna share their stuff, you gonna really support them. You know, like it's levels. And instead of that, a lot of people wanted to use me for like my platform or what I'm doing with the reels. They didn't really want to make a song with me. They didn't want to collaborate and create some music. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, like, what is it? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, what's going on? And one of my homies was like, man, just look at it this way. Like, people are looking at you as you're valuable in a sense. But of course, they're going to try to use you because they see that you're valuable. I'm like, I don't like that. I still don't like it. But, you know, I had to think back at the scripture of we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality. So I'm like, yo, these are still like my brothers and sisters in Christ. So let me think of it like this way. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made the song Forgive Them. Because I'm like, you know what? Maybe they don't realize that they're trying to use me. Maybe they don't realize that these things are triggering me to feel some type of way about myself, like putting me in a downward spiral of depression and stuff like that. So like, let me forgive them so I can heal from that and just kind of move on and keep pursuing what God got me doing. So,
Yo, that's deep, man. But somebody in your position really could have stayed just making singles. Now we have the Greenhouse project that is up on us, that is about to release. Why did you choose to make the decision to, you know what? I ain't gonna do the single things like they quick. You know, it's microwave food. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this up. I'm gonna go ahead and create this. What was your thought process behind it?
So it's crazy because I was actually working on another EP and I was like, yo, I was starting working with a guy frame and we were just talking and we was just like throwing, you know, different songs back and forth, and he kept on sending me different beats, and I was just like, man, like these sound crazy, like this sound amazing. Do another one. Oh man, this sound crazy. This sound amazing. This sound beautiful. Like da da da. And like sonically, it was just coming together. I was just like, man, this don't sound like no little snack. Like it sounded like a full meal type situation. And I kept praying about it because I kept hearing in my spirit album, and I was just like, God, like albums don't do really well like that as an independent artist if you ain't got or a shout out or a feature from like Lecrae or KB or somebody, you know what I'm saying, crazy big or whatever. And you know, as far as me, like I like to work with people that I know and I'm cool with, I rock with, and they rock with me. I kept praying about it. I was like, God, if this is what you really want me to do, I'm gonna obey, I'm gonna do it. You know, the moment that I submitted to that, the idea, the concept, the title just dropped in my spirit, the Greenhouse Project. So I hit God Frame that day and I was like, yo, bro, this actually gonna be an album, and I already got the title. It's the Greenhouse Project, da 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 da. And I just had to move on it because everything was just coming together. It still fits the brand, but you also can see like the growth of me as an artist, the versatility of me as an artist, all of that stuff. So
I was going to ask, what do you feel that you're going to present differently on this project than what you've done on last projects?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like it's definitely growth. I tell people all the time about the concept behind it and all of that. Like the download that God gave me, when you think about a greenhouse, if you're walking in there as a consumer, you see all the flowers, you see like the different colors. If you go in certain ones, they got vegetation, they got, you know, fruits and all these different things there. And people just walk in awe of the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? But as the laborer or the worker in the greenhouse, they actually been slaving, you know what I'm saying? Tilling the ground, sowing seeds, watering it, making sure the sun shines on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a twofold meaning. But like I said, the versatility goes to the colors and all of that stuff, the vibrancy of a greenhouse. But then, like I said, as the worker, like I'm the worker in the greenhouse in a sense. And so people see the beauty, but they don't see the work that it took to get there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can see your growth. They see that you're growing, but they don't know what you're doing behind the doors or behind the closed door. They don't see how many times you're crying and about to give up. You know what I'm saying? They don't see all the times that you recorded the song, you trashed it, started over, did it again type deal. Like that's the whole, you know, concept of the Greenhouse Project. So
yeah, that first song on there, man, is freaking crazy, man. I'm just like listening to that. I'm like, it's not fair. Like it's really not fair. And I think that it's dope that you still got that drive, man, to keep showing the people that you are here and that you're making noise, man. You know, so I think that that's dope.
Yeah, man. I saw you had a record on there with Mission. Talk about y'all's relationship, man, because this isn't the first song that y'all have. One of the things I love about Mission is, I guess he's considered an OG now. I would kind of just put him at a vet rather than an OG, just because I don't want to age him out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he's not that. You know what I'm saying? He still has talent. A lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I've seen him do a lot of is he loves rapping with the younger guys. Talk about how easy he's made it to be able to create music with him.
Man, we go way back. I'm saying like 2015, I think is when we did our first record together.
Wow.
And ever since then we've been pretty much tight. Like I did a song for him. It was Stay in Your Lane. Y'all actually did a review on that joint. We talked about that the last time.
Yeah.
So we've been working for years, man.
Yeah.
And our relationship is dope, man, because he's married, I'm married. Yeah. He's a little older than me, so I can kind of call him for advice about different things and stuff like that. And so that's definitely what makes it different for us, because it's a brotherhood more than just a feature here or a feature there type deal. Like we actually are brothers. Like we talk on a regular pretty much. And man, he's solid. So every time we link, man, it's always like a vibe. It's always like a crazy record. Like Big Problem was crazy. We did what was last year? Be Gone. We got a lot of records, man. We got a lot.
Yeah, man.
So it's definitely dope, man.
Yeah, man. Mission is definitely dope. I see that you have, and he always gets love from us just because they were one of the first. What really got us into doing what we wanted to do. We loved Reach Records, obviously, but seeing a group of people that could make music outside of the box the way that they did. It was just different, and that's kind of what made us like we really wanted to support. We were such big fans of RPSMG that we wanted to tell more people about it, so we created this platform. RPSMG, it was literally RPSMG, RMG, and Reach Records was the reason why we started. We wanted to let people know that there was this dope stuff out here. So Mission always gets a lot of love from us. Now I'm also seeing that you have a record with Thailand on here.
Yeah,
she's different. Yo, so look.
Yeah.
I got a question. Like, I see you have a record with Thailand.
Yeah.
You got a record out with Child Like CC. Do you have one? Do you have one with Kid Lee yet? Is that kind of on it?
So it actually is coming. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about it now. She's actually in North Carolina too. So
hey,
yeah. So Child Like CC, she's in North Carolina too. We got the one key on. So we're planning on doing. We were trying to plan on doing like a North Carolina like big old concert or whatever, and come together. And we still trying to like get that together and put that in works. But yeah, for sure, it's coming.
Nah, that's crazy. So look, you know a lot about the talent within women within CHH. So talk about kind of. I know you've heard a lot about there's only room at the top for one, or you have one that's really really good and all the rest is subpar. But it looks like that's different now. You having music with all of them. Kind of talk about this new birth of women within Christian hip hop.
I love it, man, and I love the exposure that's coming on it, like the light that's shining on it now. Like, I mean, it's been talked about for years that this is a man's game and stuff like that. But I truly feel that there's space for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The word of God says your gift will make room for you. So I feel that there's a lot of gifted women, in our space. And I'm just honored that I'm able to work with some of them, you know what I'm saying? And like the exposure for them is crazy.
Yeah, man. I just like the fact it's just crazy, man. They say the Child Like CC rap like she's 6'2" with Tim's on. That's what Q Flow said. And I was like, yo, it's wild because she really that's how she come on a record.
Yeah, but that's like I said too, a lot of people try to compare me to the baby and like the flows that she be doing, like the baby. But it's really like that North Carolina
it's
sound.
Just a North Carolina thing, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that because to me, I didn't even make the connection until B Simone said something about it kind of had the baby flow, and then I got to thinking, I was like, "Hey, my Teezy actually do kind of got the baby." But
the difference is that he actually changes his cadence from time to time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's the difference.
Right. He's right. Mike Teezy is versatile, so he can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? So lucky him. The guy's gifted. But no, have you heard that before? I was gonna ask you that. Have you heard that?
I've heard it so many times. the Baby or Chris Brown. Like that's literally all I've heard. But the thing is, like I told somebody this the other day, I was like, yo, I've been doing this stuff for years, like rapping and singing for years. They just popped before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
compare what they can't comprehend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to compare, like, okay, I know this is water, but what kind of water is it? It tastes like smart water. You know what I'm saying? They try to compare it with something that they can't comprehend.
Right. So, well, that's what it is. They want you know, especially people that's not aware of the genre, they use it in order to relate. It's a relatability thing. You know, so I don't even think artists should get upset when people say, oh, this is the Christian version of blah, 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 blah. Because first and foremost, we all know that everyone is inspired. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get, I mean, I didn't realize to the other day, like it really hit me. Caleb Gordon is Polo G. Like, facts, bro. Like,
that's another story.
Like, between Polo G and Kodak Black, but again, it's regional. Now, granted, Polo G is in Chicago, but when we say that his music sounds a lot like Kodak Black's, that's regional. That's Floridian. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So speaking of Caleb Gordon, Bible going viral is huge.
Yeah.
Do we have another one? Are y'all planning on another one coming like that, or what we thinking?
So we've been talking about doing some other joints. Like he wants to do like a Reminisce vibe. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it's like an R&B pop country rock situation all in one. So Reminisce, definitely check it out. But yeah, that's one of his favorite records right now from me. And he wanted to do something like that, but I was just like, bro, like people really want us to do something. So he was just like, we might do another collab, we might do a project. We don't know what we're doing. And another one,
Teezy Caleb Gordon project.
That might be crazy.
Yo, that might be crazy. Me and my brother was just having a discussion the other day about how y'all have huge fan bases. Like there's 3 of y'all that stands at the top of y'all's class, and it is you, Caleb Gordon, and Miles Minnick. When we talk about having a brand, right? Yeah. You know, to the other artists out there that don't know how to do that, like what do you see that has worked for you guys as a whole? Because I don't think the last time we really had something like this, I mean, Reach Records was popping, Collision was popping, and RMG was popping. It was around that time. But now we see this, instead of record labels, we see that the brand, we have the Eden Fam, we have Harvest Land, and we have the Glow Collective, right?
Right.
What would you say? How can you help out somebody trying to obtain that and actually find their people, their tribe?
That's great. So for me, it took a while. Like you got to go where the people is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they're on social media, you got to be present. You got to be consistent. You got to stay in people's face. I seen this, I think it was like an interview from either Will Smith or somebody, and he was like out of sight, out of mind. But the way that he said it, it was like, if you're not in people's sight, then you're not going to be in their mind. Like they're not going to be thinking about you. They're not going to be worried about you, stuff like that. So I was like, let me take it in a different way. So let me just be consistent. Let me just put my face out there so people can't say I've never seen this guy before. You know what I'm saying? So once they see my face pop up or my name pop up, they can put the name with the face. And, they'll find out who I am. They'll go listen to the music, stuff like that. So just be consistent and be present. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough for some people because you might get carried away with social media. You keep scrolling, you might find something else. It's like a what they call a rabbit hole type stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff you got to watch out for, but definitely consistency. And once you put your stuff out there and go to where the people are at, like
I see that. I see that because I know Miles Minnick is real when it comes to challenges. Man, Miles Minnick could turn a single into a challenge like that. You can almost book it like it's single challenge awards. Right. Like, but his fans love it because it gives them an opportunity to be involved. It gives these artists a chance to, hey man, I might not ever get like a real record with Miles Minnick, but I can rap right along with him and he'll see me. It gives that exposure. Like, and he gives back. He's like, yo, you won for best flow. Yo, you won for best creativity. But it's every time I turn around, I'm seeing him announce something. I'm seeing you announce something. I'm seeing Caleb Gordon announce like it's crazy. Like you said, the commitment that y'all have. And I believe that's how, definitely I can see that's how y'all built y'all bases. What was you gonna say, bro?
I think that it goes back to him bringing up consistency, because it seems like these guys are always dropping something or just staying really, active on whether it be their social media and just really staying active with the fans and trying to get the fans involved. With that being said, man, with everything that you've accomplished as of late, and you know, these notable names mentioning you and talking about you and bringing your name up, yet you still have that crazy drive, as if you know that there's still the work is not done. You know what I'm saying? You like you stay on the grind and stay dropping and stay releasing as if you still have something to prove. And I just want to know, how do you maintain that? How do you not get complacent and say to yourself, yo, hey, I made it. Yo, I'm getting shots out from such and such. How do you keep that drive?
You still ain't got that Cray feature. that's what it is. That's what it is. Everybody know what the goal is. Everybody know what the goal is. If I get a feature with the GOAT, I can say I'm done with music.
It's gonna happen one day. I want to be on his record. I gotta be on his record.
Right, exactly. That's the one. No. Yeah. He got it thought out. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I hear you.
But now for me, it's like, I mean, it's just like our Christianity walk. Like we go from faith to faith, from glory to glory. So like every step that I happen to get on, like the step that I'm on right now, like I know there's another one above this one. So I just gotta keep sharpening myself and growing in God, growing in my craft, growing in my artistry, all of that stuff, because I know that there's more to come. Like I feel like I have to get better every day, and that's just like a mental thing for me because I'm a perfectionist at heart, and I want to execute everything the right way, you know.
Yeah.
And so for me, like even with this album, this is some of my best work that I've ever created. But now when I get in the studio, I'm trying to top that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
now that's got to be tough though.
That's crazy.
That's got to be hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh man, I did this, and they was in love with this record, and now you kind of chasing that, right?
Facts.
But I think that you do a good job of just like, yo, whatever come out, and we just gonna go with it.
Exactly. That's the key. That's the key. I've been watching. I don't know if it was Nick D or Connor, but one of them had talked about people to get attached to like their reels or their content or whatever.
Yeah.
Like put a lot of time into something and then you post it and it don't get the love that you was expecting.
Right.
You know, they feel like they gotta quit doing music. They gotta quit, you know what I'm saying, trying to do content creation and stuff like that. But he was like, just don't be attached to it. Like just post it if it does well, whatever. Move to the next one. Again, post another one, like just throw stuff out there. And so I was getting to the point where I was just throwing everything at the wall and whatever stuck, you know what I'm saying? I keep going, you know, keep throwing it at the wall, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I had like last year, the year before that, I was just doing singles. So that was me just throwing stuff and whatever was sticking. I was just trying to get get an eye for what people was really rocking with. So I noticed they rock with the rapping joints where I'm rapping fast. I might switch it up here and there. Rocking with the R&B styles. I'm like, okay, let me hone in on this. So I dropped the Q&A EP. I dropped the Pressure EPs. Just trying to give people like, you know, tastes of here and there what I can actually do as an artist. So now with this album, they're really going to see, like I said, the versatility, because we got almost every genre represented on this one project.
Do you feel that R&B is accepted in the CHH space like that?
Sure. I feel like it is because it's always been around. You know what I'm saying? Even though they never classified it as Christian R&B or whatever, like it's always been around. Like you go back to Lecrae albums and like his hooks, they got somebody singing on it. So that's technically R&B. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's always been around for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that the difference, you know, these days are it's not just so Jesus, and you know, sonically is definitely more closer to R&B. So, you know, I just wanted your thoughts on how, you know, the people were accepting that. I
think it's accepted. I think it's under promoted. I think it's accepted. I just think it's hard to find, because I find myself even one of my favorite genres is Christian R&B. But Christian hip hop is the popular subgenre.
Exactly.
And so when you do find, you know, a few of them, like I just ran across CJ and she just released that Fill Me Up record, which is crazy. Uninvited, which to me is like the Christian Bryson Tiller. I don't know, but I mean he different. Like you really got to, when you listen to Uninvited, you really got to be like, okay, wait a minute, let me see if I hear something real quick about a scripture or doing it God's way, or okay, good, we're all right. I like music like that because you know that shows how creative you are to be able to get your point across. But yeah, I think it's under marketed.
I would think it would be hard to trying not to get your R&B song to slowly turn into a worship song. Because if we're talking about loving God and if we talking about loving God and loving Jesus and everything like that, it has to be an incredible talent to stay in the pocket sonically wise, to keep it R&B and not turn your R&B song into a worship song because you want it to be presented differently. So how do you do that?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's different.
So, and great what y'all said too, because you said the sub genre, because it's hard to classify Christian R&B. Like they don't know if they want to put it as Christian hip hop or put it as gospel. It's tough. To stay in that lane. So that's what makes it hard. But for me, like I said, I'm the type of artist where I like to stretch myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to say I can hop over here and still be me. I can hop in this genre and still be me. Like I said, almost every genre, like pop, funk, R&B, dance, hip hop, all of those vibes are on the album. So for me, I like to stretch myself. A lot of people might say that it's lazy to do these Christian remixes, but that's another way that I stretch myself. I stretch my pen, even though I don't write. That's how I stretch my pen as an artist. I'm hopping on these different songs to see what I can do differently, or like hearing what they did and seeing if I can do the same thing. If I can do the same thing or elevate it, like let's go. I'm gonna add that to my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, speaking of your remixes, man.
Yeah.
I'm not the feds, okay? I promise. I am not DJ Vlad. All right.
DJ.
But how the heck you get the Under the Influence remix up on Apple Music?
I remade the.
Shut up.
So
you
listen,
kidding?
Listen, I'm not even a producer.
That's crazy.
I taught myself, and I had my brother One Keon and Caleb. They were both trying to teach me how to use Fruity Loops. So I reproduced the beat.
Wow. Yo, because I was listening to that joint, I was like, yo, this thing is fire. And I'm like, no, this is a SoundCloud or YouTube exclusive. Like, how am I hearing it on Apple Music? And I said, man, I'm gonna ask him how he did. Yeah. But no, that's fire.
Duffel too, because he actually did like a guitar solo on that mug. And we did the same thing with Get To Me. We did the same thing with Child of the King. That's like it's like the biggest song right now. I'm trying to think of the other one. Call Him every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, remade the mugs.
Wow. See, that's using your brain. He's a thinker, this guy. He's a thinker.
Hey, he know the right ones. He know the right ones to remix too, because that's actually my favorite song on the Breezy project. Yeah, for real. Is that one. They Call Me Every Day down.
But he's a Chris Brown friend. That's where a lot of this was modeled after. So you just paying homage. Paying homage.
I got another question. I want to know this. Who wins the dance battle out of Mike Teezy and George Rose?
Oh,
do we want that smoke?
And no backflips. No backflips, because we got to even the playing field. I ain't seen George Rose hit a backflip.
I ain't seen George Rose hit a backflip.
That's exactly what's gonna set it off. Oh, the backflip.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like I end the show with a whole backflip, like stuff too. But he be popping and stuff. So I don't know. He got the little dance vibe, but I really dance like for real.
Yeah,
like,
go talk about it. Yeah, look, he trying to be humble. I mean, it'll be close. You don't believe it's gonna be close?
It might be. Like,
hey, he humble, trying to be humble.
I'm still gonna go crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm saying it like that because that's my bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, exactly.
I mean, he good and all, but I do this. Like I do this.
Yeah, I'm good. Too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Nah, that's wild, man. So with this Greenhouse project, the Greenhouse project dropping this weekend, what are you hoping people get out of it? Are you really hoping that they sit with this? Do you want reviews of the project 30 minutes after listening to it? Like, what do you want people to get from this?
I really want people to see the growth, but I also want them to see like sonically, if it's the space we're talking about, like I want them to see like, oh, we can actually tap into different genres and still, you know what I'm saying, honor God and still make great music. Like that's truly what I'm trying to do. And I want to stretch not only my pen and myself as an artist, but I want to stretch our space. You know what I'm saying? We want to enlarge the kingdom of God. We want to enlarge our space. And like I said, there's room for everybody. And with this project, like I feel like it's gonna make room for me in different areas, because not only we got, you know, Mission, the One Keon, Tylin, Kieran the Light, but we also got gospel legend J Moss on the album.
Ooh.
You know,
let's talk about it. Yeah. Which is actually one of the pioneers of Christian R&B, because it was very gospel before him, and then once he made it a lot more hip hop.
Bro, he got a whole legend on this project.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. The fact that J Moss is even willing to, because Aaron Cole got a J Moss record as well. That's crazy.
Bro, J Moss is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
J so love. Like, listen, I sent this record to somebody else. I waited, you know, like at least about a week, and I was like, you know what? I hear J Moss on this mug, so I deleted the message. I hit up Jay, bro. He hit me back. He was like, bro, I would love to be a part of your album. Da, 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 da. You know, send us da, da, da. Bro, he sent it back to me the same night.
Wow.
For the free. For love, bro. Love.
Wow.
Like, he was rocking with me. He started rocking with me, I guess, when it was either Under the Influence or like one of them just went viral. And I don't know how it happened, but a lot of the gospel legends just started rocking with me. James Fortune, Jacqueline Carr, Kiki Beard, like all of these different people started seeing my stuff. And J Moss been rocking. So I had posted Reminisce, and that's when he had commented on it. He was like, yo, this is fire.
Yeah.
And that same day is when I hit him, and I was like, yo, bro, I would love to have you on this album. And listen, when I tell y'all the record that he on, crazy.
That's just crazy that you did it so immediately. Like most people, like, all right, I'm gonna play this cool. I'm gonna play this cool. I'm gonna just you know, wait it out, let them see some more of my stuff. You know what? Why did you have the confidence to be like, yo, this is the opportunity? God, I believe you let him comment for a reason.
Yeah. So Godframe is actually the person that was telling me. And so I had sent him like a screenshot that J Moss had commented. And he was like, bro, you need to put him on Planet Watch. So I thought about it. So it probably was like a day or two that went by. Yeah. But I thought about it, and I was like, yo, I had just sent it to this other cat. And, you know, he's doing well or whatever. He got billboards and all this stuff. Like, he going crazy. And I was just waiting because he had just did his tour. I waited like 4 days. I'm kind of impatient a little bit, so I'm still working on that. Yeah. I waited like 4 days and get no response. I was like, let me go ahead and hit up Jay and just see what he say or whatever.
Yeah.
So like a Saturday morning, I hit him, and he's like, yo, man, just send it to me. Da, 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 da. I was like, say less. Sent it to him, bro, the same night. Got that mug.
Man, that's God, bro.
Man, that is crazy, man. So got J Moss on the record. Chili shouted us out. B Simone shouted us out.
Yeah.
And you also have released 3 pairs of shoes with Concrete Eden. Talk about, you know, we've met Steve you know, several different times. He's really, really, really dope guy. Talk about the confidence that you had to have to actually want to do that, because I know it was met with some opposition. People like, oh, really? Sure. Like you, like what was it in you that you're like, no, this is what I'm doing, and I don't, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, like I said before, like the way I look at myself, I'm just different. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to say that I'm better than anybody else. I'm just different. Like we all have our own gifts and talents and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what separates me as far as like my giftings. And with this, you know, opportunity, I was like, you know what? This is another way that we can just, you know, spread the gospel in a way. So, you know, we got Yeezy, Kanye got his own shoes. We got, you know, Drake shoes. We got all these other people with shoes. And this is a Christian brother that has started a Christian brand, and he wants to do a Christian shoe, you know what I'm saying, inspired by me or whatever I create or whatever. So I'm like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We got people, like I got homies that saying they rocking with it. Like, and these are people that are Jordan fiends, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like they rock all day long, but they rock on my shoes too. So I'm just like, okay, let me just continue to be different. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it's going to catch on. And of course, you know, it started catching on. Like Bible going viral went viral. The shoes started going crazy.
That was smart. So was that a conversation when you was like, yo, we gonna shoot in an exclusive sneaker shop, and I want my shoe? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know you were in there with $200, $300, you know, shoe, $500 shoes, like depending on what it was. And you was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on the Yeezy ones, the Mike Teezy ones, the Teezy ones. You know, I'm gonna put on that. That's what I called them. The Teezy ones. Now, but I'm gonna make that the while I'm in the sneaker shop, I'm gonna make that the focal point. Like, why did you make that a conscious decision?
Oh yeah, like when I did a challenge. It was the Breaking Bread challenge, and it was for my communion song.
And Caleb that's how won. I found out about you, Teezy.
Exactly.
That communion record.
Yep. So Caleb won that mug, and so what he won was the shoes. So he won the Harvest Moons. Yeah. And I was like,
you know what? Ones. You need to say the name right. Huh? Say the name right. You need to say the name right. Harvest the Teezy ones.
The Teezy ones.
There we go. All right.
But yeah, so he won the shoes, and later on, I was like, yo, I got to come up with. I'm gonna make a song, and it's gonna be a commercial. You know what I'm saying, for my shoes.
Wow.
But it's got to be catchy. So I was like, you know what? Me and Caleb was on the phone. We had this conversation. I was like, man, it sounds like corny is in right now. Like, let me think corny. He was like, I'm telling you, bro, if you go corny, bro, it's gonna go up. I was like, so I was like,
why did it sound like him? Like, and he was dead serious, wasn't he? He was serious.
You out of here. He always said every conversation we had ended with, bro, I'm telling you, do this, you're out of here. Like every conversation ended like that. So I had that conversation, and I was like, you know what? Bible going viral like it's TikTok. I thought it was corny. They was like, nah, this part is hard. Like whatever they was rocking. I was like, bro, I'm sending it to you. I'm like to hear it, whatever, because I want you on it because you won the challenge. I want to put you on the song and make you a part of the commercial.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So I was like, you know what? I got this idea because I know I like to direct my videos and stuff.
Right.
And I come up with the treatments, the ideas, all of that stuff. I was like, yo, I see us in some kind of shoe store. So Caleb went out there in Orlando, talked to the people for me, and we made it happen. So
wow.
Yeah, they ain't charge us nothing like that. They say you can do whatever you want. You can stand on the counter, like I'm gonna stand on the counter. So yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, man. Nah, that record is crazy. Like I said, the communion record, you went off on that. That's what made me a fan. You know, and kind of opened me up to everything else that's out there because during that same time, it was in January of 2021, I want to say it was. And like, I mean, I found you, Breeze, Teezy, Miles, like, and matter of fact, that's how I slipped up on Thailand. Like, it was just really opening this world of these Christian hip hop artists that was different. And it was like, okay, this is what we got. So yeah, man, we were talking, like I said, the head of that class is three of y'all, man. You, Caleb, Miles. Just because of what y'all are doing, man, is really phenomenal out there. Maybe y'all need to create a song together, all three of y'all. I mean, it would probably break the internet because all of y'all know how. I mean, y'all know how to go viral. Like that's what it takes. One of the first people to jump out there and do that was Paul Russell, Ruslan's ex-artist. That was one of the first ones that I saw just really blow up. And then you, and then One Day, and I'm like, there's literally art to this. Like there's strategy to this, man. So big shouts out to you, man. We had to have you on the show. We appreciate you for being on the show. You got anything, man?
Man, nah, man. Thank you so much, bro. And it's amazing to see what you're doing, man, and everything that's coming to you, man. You worked for it, obviously, through God's blessing and everything like that to light that fire in you and to give you that drive. And everything is coming to fruition, man. And so I'm proud of you, bro. And keep grinding, man. God is shining on you for real.
What are some of your dream collabs, man? What do you want to do when it's within the Christian hip hop space? Obviously, everybody, I want a Kanye feature. But within the Christian hip hop space, man, who are some of your goals that you want to, kind of do some records with?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do like an official song with KB. You know what I'm saying? I know we got the King.
Oh Jesus you got you was on that. Yeah,
million people on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
you kind of got. Yeah, I mean, you stood up, but you kind of get washed out because it's a lot of people on there.
When everybody going crazy, for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. But definitely him, definitely Lecrae, of course. Definitely Bizzle for sure. Bizzle, I think that would go crazy. But other than that,
Lecrae follows us, so maybe we could put in the word for him to, you know what I'm saying?
He do follow y'all.
He doesn't just follow anyone.
Listen, humble brag, you know.
Listen, this man will repost my video and not follow me.
Hey, but he see you though.
Yeah, I take the win where I get it. You know what I'm saying? A win is a win.
Exactly.
A win is a win. A win is a win. A win is a win.
Yeah, man. Hey, for real. Now, so we'll put in the word for that. and then you put in a word and tell J Moss to get on the show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you one for one, just go ahead and be like, yo, you should hop on the cruise show. And then, we'll handle it from there. And we're going to be like, yo, you should let Mike Teezy hop on the record. Because that's what you said. I don't want, I would like a Lecrae feature, but it's not about him being on my song. It's about me being on his.
Exactly.
Yeah. Way to leverage somebody else's brand. All right, man. Y'all already know who it is, what it is.
That's real.
No, that's smart. No, that is smart. Why would you know what I'm saying? Why would, first of all, he would have to promote it. We talk about this all the time. And as much as he has going on, we don't know whether or not that's a guarantee that that's going to happen, right? And, just because his name is on it doesn't mean it's going to automatically go viral. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, no, you have it really, really thought out, man. I'm loving it. Plus, he's like, well, Miles Minnick got him on his record, so I'm going to do something different and be on his record. Yeah, I see you gotta have a leg up, man.
I'm crying. Now, that's my brother.
I'm seeing what you're doing, man. Now, man, we loving everything you're doing. We had to have you on the show. So we definitely want to shout out love and congrats on your debut project, and because it's an actual project.
What's crazy is this is my 10th album. Crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's my 10th album, but I'm considering it my debut album because I finally found me in a sense. Okay. And for so long I was trying to chase after like the acceptance of my peers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing these different sounds, but of course it was still me, but I was more so just trying out different things. But now it's like I'm confident in who God has made me and who He's created me to be, and like I'm him now. Like I'm that guy. Like I'm Mike Teezy now. So yeah,
man. So y'all make sure to go and check out the Greenhouse Project. A lot of dope features, a lot of dope music. Very versatile, as he said. He's flexing out. Whatever sticks is what he said. He threw it all at the wall, and whatever sticks. But I think that's dope. You're going to have a record in there for everybody, man. The one and only Mike Teezy right now with the crew, baby. Thank you so much for being here, man. Yeah. Y'all already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It's your boy, Jay.
And this is Chris, and check this out. You don't even need an exclusive when you got the exclusive.
You is that what we doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have not been a freshman.
Never.
Like, why has Mike Teezy not been a freshman? I mean, I know a lot of times they try to say projects or, you know what I'm saying? But if you've released so many EPs and you've released, you say you're on your 10th album, and I know you just really started building like major popularity within the past 3 years. Why is Mike Teezy not a freshman?
I don't need it now.
I mean, to keep it a bean, huh?
To keep it completely honest, bro, I don't need it now. Like, there were so many times and so many disappointments that I've had chasing after that, and it made me, like I said, I used to get so attached to people's approval, you know what I'm saying, in the face, like wanting to be accepted so much that it would really take a toll on my emotions, my self-esteem, like all of that stuff. And I was like, let me get to the point where I'm just focused on the main thing, and the people that's supposed to be listening to my music, they gonna hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept putting stuff out there, kept throwing these projects together and throwing them out there, and that's why we on 10. Of course, I took some down because the quality and stuff like that. But to keep it a break, definitely my 10th project. It's crazy. But I'm counting as one because we restarting everything. So yeah.
So maybe this is the time that you get your invitation. I just, like I said, putting in. But you don't want it at this point. Oh wait, have you already got it?
Nah, I don't want it.
Okay. Okay.
Do you think artists really don't need that these days? Don't need that stamp from them?
I keep it a buck because the day and age that we living in now, you don't need anything really. You don't need a label. You don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? So for so long, they were these gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I remember the days when they had SoundCloud popping. You know what I'm saying? So if you got your song on their SoundCloud, you was that dude. So I used to get my song, I was submitted. I got so many declines, like, no, thank you. We don't want it. I got so many of those emails, but I kept pushing. But I got to the point too where they was like, you can like pay a certain amount of money and have your song on there. So I did it for on my song Out of Me. Did it for Out of Me. Then I had sent them Joy, and they took that video and put it on their channel or whatever.
Right.
So that's cool. They kind of show love on that. But it's never been like we want to make you like a freshman. Like, never been that. So
yeah, man. Nah, that's crazy. We always talk about the snubs, but it had just hit me today that you weren't a freshman. That's kind of crazy. Because I know Caleb Gordon's opportunity was in 2021. And you know, Portia Love, same thing. It's not that you guys, and I want to definitely make this clear, it's not that you guys don't believe that Rapzilla doesn't have a place. Rapzilla definitely puts on for the culture, and they, you know what I'm saying, they have a reason for why they're here. But you're saying that stamp of approval is, I mean, it's the same thing as nobody really needs a cosign from Cray no more. Not saying that won't fast track you and that won't get people to listen to you, but it's not, there was a time that was needed if you wanted people to listen to you. Exactly. You needed to be on a Cray record. You needed to be signed to Reach Records. You needed to be somewhat be in that, be in that camp. Because Reach used to be the goal, but that's not even the goal anymore.
Exactly. So everything is not a necessity anymore. Like everything that we thought, you know what I'm saying? Like the days of old, the structure of old, like that's not the case anymore because of social media. You know what I'm saying? People get on TikTok and just rap in front of the camera. They going viral. Then they on, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's
they ain't even
crazy.
Like think about Connor Price, you think about Nick D, like he was in the space but left the space, got on TikTok, out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What Nick D has done, Connor Price, like that whole situation, like he be cracking me up. Yeah, man, I just found this unknown artist in Antarctica, and I'm gonna just do a record with him. You know, first I reached out, like what? And they be going crazy, man. So. But I think that again, when we talk about finding your brand and finding what sticks, I mean, nobody was really doing that. I know there are a couple people doing it now, but it's one of the things that just took off, man. Right. It took off. But thank you so much for coming to the Crooniverse. I hope obviously you were safe getting here. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no issues. You know what I'm saying? I guess you flew in on a B. Simone private spaceship. You know what I'm saying?
The private spaceship.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She got you over here now, man. I'm happy that your wife was able to take it, you know, in all fun, man. I'm happy that y'all can laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Because she been there. B. Simone just popped up, man. It is. Now, if it was Megan Good, maybe it would have been a little bit difficult. Lauren London probably.
You know what's crazy? I got so many DMs from like people that I don't know that don't know me from Adam. Like, yo, man, congrats on everything that you got going on, but don't be entertaining that stuff. How you gonna tell me what I'm entertaining? Like, you don't know.
Oh man, I should have known that you've had, man. You know, they want to be your accountability partner.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous, bro. Bro,
man, they want to be your accountability partner. They want, hey, Mike Teezy,
by the way, wouldn't care if you was doing anything from somebody that's not even known. You know what I'm saying? Never mind what you could be doing, but behind the scenes, which obviously we know you're not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, this is how people like make it seem like just because there's a little clout there. You know what I'm saying? This is how they make it seem like, and they just want to be connected to that. You know what I'm saying?
It's facts.
Yeah, man. But we forever connected to Mike Teezy because this is the second time he's on our show.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we get it in.
Yes,
that's how we give it up, baby.
We needed 3.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It's your boy Jay.
This is Chris.
And that's Teezy. Make sure y'all go and check out that Greenhouse Project. And a song.
Sure.
Yes, sir.